So, we've been seeing all these questions you've sent in about skincare and like how to get that radiant glow everyone's after.
hmm
And it seems like every time we turn around, there's another article about electric gua sha.
Yeah, it's really having a moment, isn't it?
Totally. And we noticed in your questions, a lot of you are curious about how it actually works, like what makes it different from the traditional gua sha you might already know.
Right. Is it just a fancy gadget, or is there real science behind it? That's the big question.
Exactly. So we thought, let's do a deep dive for you. We're going to break down what electric gua sha actually is, how it combines that ancient scraping technique with all the modern tech, like vibration and heat.
And LED lights. Don't forget the LED lights.
Oh, right. And even microcurrents. We saw those mentioned.
A lot to unpack there.
For sure. But we want to get to the bottom of whether it actually delivers on those big promises, radiant skin, less puffiness, more sculpted contours.
All those things we see in the ads.
Exactly. And since it seems like everyone from celebs to skincare gurus is raving about it, we really want to help you figure out, is this something you need to add to your routine? Especially compared to the traditional gua sha you might already be using.
Right, because those jade and rose quartz tools have been around for centuries for a reason.
Totally. So let's start with what's in it for you. What are the potential beauty benefits of going electric?
Okay, so one of the big things that stands out is the potential for better lymphatic drainage.
Right. We hear that term a lot, but what does it actually mean?
So basically, your lymphatic system is like your body's natural detox system.
Okay.
And lymphatic drainage is the process of moving that fluid, which carries waste and toxins, out of your system.
Got it.
Electric gua sha, with the vibration and all, is supposed to really boost that process.
And that's where the reduced puffiness and brighter skin come in, right?
Exactly. Because when that fluid isn't flowing properly, it can build up, especially in your face, and that's what causes puffiness and can make your skin look dull.
Makes sense. And what about those heating features we saw on some of the devices you researched? Like you mentioned the Deroma and Solaris Lab NY ones. Do those just feel nice, or is there something more to it?
No, the heat actually plays a big role. So when you apply heat to your skin, it causes your blood vessels to widen. That's called vasodilation.
Okay, vasodilation.
And that increased blood flow brings more oxygen and nutrients to your skin cells, which gives you that immediate glow, like after a workout.
Makes sense.
But it also helps your skin absorb those expensive serums and oils you're probably using better.
Oh, that's a good point.
And there's even some research suggesting that increased blood flow can help with collagen production over time.
Ooh, collagen, the holy grail of skincare.
Right. So it's not just about the scraping action itself. The temperature changes are actually doing something beneficial for your skin.
So it's like a multi-pronged approach.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And, something else we noticed in the questions you sent is that a lot of you are dealing with things like TMJ or sinus tension,
Right, this can be really uncomfortable.
for sure. And the combination of gentle massage, vibration, and warmth from electric gua sha can actually help relax those tight muscles in your face.
Like a mini spa treatment at home.
Exactly. And by easing that tension and encouraging fluid movement, it can really help with puffiness and even give you some relief from jaw tightness.
Okay, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Electric gua sha versus traditional stone gua sha.
The classic showdown.
Right. What are the big advantages of going electric based on what we've seen?
Well, one thing that comes up a lot is that electric gua sha can be more beginner-friendly.
Okay, how so?
Well, if you've never used gua sha before, getting the technique right can be tricky.
You have to hold it at a specific angle and all that.
Exactly. But with the electric versions, the vibration kind of does the work for you.
Oh, so it takes the guesswork out of it.
Right. And you're also getting multiple therapies in one device, which is a big plus. You've got the vibration, the heat, the LED lights, sometimes even microcurrents.
So it's like a multitasking skincare tool.
Exactly. And because of all that tech, some people say they see results faster with electric.
Interesting.
Plus, a lot of them have customizable settings, so you can adjust the intensity to what feels good for your skin.
Okay, those are some pretty compelling advantages, but what about the downsides? Where does electric gua sha maybe fall short compared to using a good old-fashioned jade or rose quartz tool?
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. A lot of people who use traditional gua sha really value the energetic properties of the stones.
Right, like jade is supposed to be calming and rose quartz is all about love and stuff.
Exactly. And those are natural materials. Electric devices obviously are made with different materials, so they don't have that same perceived energy.
Okay, so it depends on whether you buy into that whole energy thing.
Right. And then there's the cost factor.
Electric devices can be pricey for sure.
Way more expensive than a basic stone tool. And then there's the whole battery life thing.
Ugh. Yeah, the charging struggle is real.
And, with any electronic device, there's always the chance it could malfunction.
Mm.
That's not something you have to worry about with a stone.
True, true. So it's a trade-off, right? Convenience and potentially faster results with electric versus simplicity and lower cost with traditional.
And those potential energetic benefits.
Right. So for you listening, it comes down to what you prioritize in your skincare routine. Do you want the cutting-edge technology or the more holistic approach?
And how much are you willing to spend?
Exactly. Now, one of the biggest benefits we keep hearing about with electric gua sha is how it can boost your lymphatic system.
It's like a lymphatic superhighway.
Okay, but seriously, how does it actually work? What's the science behind it?
Well, it's the combination of the vibration and the heat that really makes a difference.
Okay, we talked about those features, but how do they specifically impact the lymphatic system?
So the vibration basically gives your lymphatic vessels a little nudge. It gets those fluids moving so they can carry away waste and toxins more effectively.
Makes sense.
And then the heat helps relax your tissues, which makes it even easier for those fluids to drain.
So it's like giving your lymphatic system a helping hand.
Exactly. And there are some specific techniques you can use with electric gua sha to really maximize those lymphatic benefits.
Oh, like what?
So the key is to use gentle upward strokes, especially along your neck and jawline,
Okay.
because that's the direction the lymphatic fluid naturally flows in those areas.
So you're basically helping it along its merry way.
Exactly. And it's a simple technique, but it can make a big difference in reducing puffiness.
Okay, let's say someone's listening to this and they're like, all right, I'm sold. I want to try electric gua sha. What are the steps? How do you actually use one of these things?
All right, step 1, cleanse your face. You want to start with a clean slate, right?
Always good idea.
Then, this is crucial, apply a facial oil or serum
Okay, why is that so important?
because it creates slip, so the device glides smoothly over your skin and doesn't tug or pull.
Ah, so it's about preventing irritation.
Exactly. Plus, it helps your skin absorb those good ingredients in your oil or serum better.
Double duty.
Right. Okay, next, hold the device at a slight angle to your skin, like maybe 35 to 45 degrees.
Okay, not straight on.
Right. And then, using light to medium pressure, you want to move it slowly and steadily upwards, following the contours of your face, neck, jawline, and forehead.
So it's all about upward strokes.
Yep. And for each area, repeat those strokes about 3 to 5 times.
Okay.
And consistency is key. Aim for a few sessions a week, and you should start seeing some noticeable improvements.
Got it. And what about maintenance? How do you keep your electric gua sha clean and working properly?
Good question. Hygiene is important, so after each use, wipe it down with a damp cloth to get rid of any oil or product residue.
Okay.
But don't dunk it in water. That's a no-no.
Right, because electronics and water don't mix.
Exactly. And every once in a while, you could disinfect it with a little rubbing alcohol and a cotton pad. Just be careful to avoid the charging port.
That makes sense.
And lastly, store it in a clean, dry place so it's protected and stays in good shape.
Good advice. Now, I know there are a ton of different electric gua sha devices out there. How do you even begin to choose one? What are the key things to look for?
Okay, so first, think about the intensity of the vibration. Some have different settings.
Right. Some people might want a gentle buzz. Others might want something more intense.
Exactly. Then there's the heating function. Some devices have it, some don't, and the intensity can vary.
Okay, so that's something to consider.
And if you're into LED light therapy, check what type of light they offer. Red light is popular for collagen stimulation, for example.
Interesting.
And of course, pay attention to the material and design of the device. You want it to feel comfortable in your hand.
Ergonomics are important.
Totally. And don't forget to do your research. Check out different brands, read reviews, see what other people are saying about their experiences.
Because sometimes those marketing claims don't match reality.
Exactly. And of course, consider battery life and cost.
Yeah.
What fits your budget and how often are you willing to charge it?
Practical considerations.
For sure. And speaking of specific devices, we did come across some interesting ones in our research.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell us about a few of those, just to give people an idea of what's out there?
Okay. So one that caught our eye was the Mount Lay, the Vitality Key LED Gua Sha device.
That one sounds fancy.
It is pretty high-tech. It combines red LED therapy, heat, Gua Sha massage, and it even has a white jade sculpting roller.
Wow, it's like a whole skincare system in one.
Right. And it's supposed to have gentle microcurrents, so it might be good for sensitive skin. But we did see some reviews mentioning potential issues with charging and the heat not getting hot enough.
Oh, that's good to know. What else did you find?
Another popular one is the Gua Sha Electric. It has both heating and cooling functions, which is unique, plus vibration and LED light therapy.
Ooh, cooling sounds nice.
Right. People seem to like how easy it is to use, and the massage function gets good reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But just a heads up, some users said the instructions were in Chinese.
Oh, that could be a problem for some people.
Yeah. Then there's the Solaris Laboratories, NY. It's lit LED Gua Sha facial massager. That one focuses on the combination of Gua Sha, pulsing vibration, and red LED light.
Okay, so more of a streamlined approach.
Right. And if you're looking for a rose quartz option, the VR Alpenglow electric Gua Sha device is made from rose quartz and has heat and vibration for lymphatic drainage and lifting.
Ooh, rose quartz. Fancy.
Then there's the Agritech Heat Electric Gua Sha tool, which is specifically designed with heat for facelifting, reducing puffiness, and improving skin tone.
Sounds promising.
And lastly, we have the Banat Electric Gua Sha facial sculpting tool. It's got heat, vibration, and red light therapy, all aimed at anti-aging and lymphatic drainage.
Okay, so a lot of options to choose from.
Definitely. And like you were saying earlier, the best one for you really depends on what you're looking for and what your skin needs.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap up, let's do a quick FAQ round.
Hit me with those questions.
All right, first up, how often should someone use electric Gua Sha to see results?
Most experts recommend a few times a week, but everyone's skin is different, so pay attention to how your skin reacts and adjust accordingly.
Good advice. Okay, next question. Can you completely ditch your traditional Gua Sha tools if you start using an electric one?
That's a personal choice. Some people prefer to go all in with electric, others like to use both. It's really about what works best for you.
Makes sense. All right, is electric Gua Sha safe for all skin types?
Generally, yes, but if you have super sensitive skin or any skin conditions, it's always a good idea to check with your dermatologist first.
Better safe than sorry. Okay, do you still need to use oils or serums with electric Gua Sha?
Yes, definitely. It helps the device glide smoothly, prevents tugging, and boosts the absorption of those good-for-you ingredients.
Okay, just making sure. And to reiterate, how does electric Gua Sha actually help with lymphatic drainage?
It's all about that dynamic duo, vibration and heat. The vibration stimulates the lymphatic vessels, and the heat helps those fluids flow more easily.
Okay, got it. So to sum it all up, what's the big takeaway about electric Gua Sha?
Well, it's basically a modern, techie twist on an ancient practice. It has the potential to improve lymphatic drainage, circulation, and maybe even help with anti-aging, all while being super relaxing.
And whether you go electric or stick with traditional Gua Sha, it's all about finding what helps you achieve your skincare goals.
Exactly. It's your skincare journey. You make the rules.
Love that. And thinking about how technology is changing things like Gua Sha, it makes you wonder what other traditional wellness practices might get a high-tech makeover in the future.
Oh, totally. Acupuncture with lasers, maybe a robot that does cupping.
The possibilities are endless, and it really makes you think about the pros and cons. Is technology always a good thing when it comes to wellness, or are we losing something important by moving away from traditional methods?
Deep thought.
Definitely something to ponder. Thanks for diving into the world of electric Gua Sha with us today.